The Phasmophobia Apocalypse update is finally round the corner. I've got the full patch notes here. It's publicly releasing tomorrow, the update, but I've got early access. I'm checking out the full update today. Come hang out with us, link in the description. Everything I'm about to go through in the patch notes, I will be checking out on stream. Also, this is the spoilered version of the patch notes, so all of the numbers will be revealed for changes to ghost types, etc. There's your warning. Let's go through the patch notes together. So Apocalypse Major Update 0.7.0.0, Sunny Meadows Custom Difficulty, and much more. So the long-awaited Asylum overhaul is finally here, along with much, much more. So Apocalypse, with Custom Difficulty, we'd like to invite you to participate in the Apocalypse Challenge. The 3 players who complete this challenge with the highest multiplayer will earn their name in-game. Isn't this wonderful? What an introduction to custom difficulties. On a trophy for everyone to see. So to enter the competition, complete the following. Start recording or streaming Phasmophobia. In single player, crank up the reward multiplier to 15 times or higher. So they're going to make you do a really, really nasty challenge. Enter Sunny Meadows, complete all 4 objectives and take a ghost photo. Scroll through all of the post-game stats for them to see. Submit the full game's recording or stream the VOD to, there you go, the mod mail in the Discord for them to review. And the winners will be announced at a later date. I wonder how they are going to choose if more than 3 people have done very well. I suppose that's up to their discretion, maybe who performed the best. But let's move on to the update now. So custom difficulty. So a new difficulty where you can create your own games. So we're going to be able to change absolutely everything. So modify existing difficulties, create your own, come up with crazy challenges, or just have fun. Each option is tied to a reward multiplier. You can still earn money and XP from your custom games. So here we have the player options. So these are the kind of things you can tweak, as you can see. So I'll speed through some quick examples. Sanity pill restoration amount, starting sanity, sanity drain speed, sprinting use allowance, sprint recharge time, etc. And there's more here that you can probably see. Stuff for the ghost, number of evidence given, the chance of changing the favourite room, interaction amount, event frequency, hunt duration, grace period duration, etc. There's a lot here, isn't there? I will let you have a look at these yourself. Feel free to pause. Contract stuff as well we can change. So setup time, stuff with the weather, number of doors starting open, amount of hiding places, sanity monitor state, etc. So pretty much anything in the game you'll be able to tweak. Make your own settings to play on, do some fun challenges if that's what you're in the mood for, etc. Fantastic. And you can save up to 3 custom difficulty presets in the main menu. Perfect. So say if you find your perfect difficulty that you like playing on, boom, you can save it as a preset. So now moving on, we have new locations. Plural. So Sunny Meadows Mental Institution first of all. So this is the reworked asylum. So the old asylum has been gone now, so that's removed. So the asylum, this one, has been completely recreated from the ground up, featuring more distinctive room designs, a morgue, hospital wing, courtyard, experimental area. Be warned, the ghost will lock each wing's main door when it hunts, so prepare an escape route while you're safe. That's very interesting then. So a hunt's going to be localized in smaller areas of the map. Sounds like different sections are going to be locked off. That sounds really interesting. And once again, we'll be checking that out today. If you're watching this, I'm probably playing it right now, so link in the description. Sunny Meadows Mental Institution, shameless plug there, restricted. Sunny Meadows is not only a large location, but 5 small locations in one. Here we go. So the new location selection board allows you to vote to play a smaller, more restricted version of the asylum. That's great if you're not big on the big maps. No pun intended there. No pun intended at all. But that's great. More flexibility just for those. Or maybe your hardware doesn't allow you to play in the bigger maps very well. Like I know some people have had issues with Maple in the past. So yeah, smaller map available to you. That's great. So each time you enter, you will be given a random selection to investigate with the other sections blocked off or locked. This should help those who prefer playing smaller maps and offer some variety each time you play. Unlocked at level 22. Good, good, good. So that's tying into progression a bit as well. I know 22 is quite early though. I'm sure most people are 22 by now. Camp Woodwind. We're getting a new variant of the campsite, remember? So actually, this is a completely new map, I believe. So a small version of Maple Lodge campsite, featuring a brand new layout and much fewer rooms. Good. Perfect for those looking for a quick outdoor retreat. I like the options here. I'm liking the flexibility depending on if you prefer the big or the small maps, or if your hardware limits you. Now changes to ghost types. As I mentioned before, I'm going through the spoilers here, so I'm going to have all the numbers available. In case you don't want to see the ghost types, maybe skip this section. So with the current system, often when a ghost interacts or throws an object, it barely moves. To remedy this, we've reworked how a ghost throw works to make sure it's impactful, noticeable, more exciting each time. That's great. So some ghosts have had their abilities and traits tweaked as well. So for all ghosts, let's have a look at this first. So all hunting and event sound effects volume will now drop to 0% when 20 meters away instead of just being quiet. Oh, that's quite big. That's quite game changing. Okie dokie, we're going to have to get used to that one, aren't we? So more than 20 meters, you won't hear them at all then. Marvellous. So this should make the miling strength more noticeable as well. Okay, wonderful. So the singing sound effect caused by the singing sound caused by the music box playing will now drop to 0% volume when over 20 meters away. Okay, the same effect there. So throws now have a minimum throw power to avoid small throws. 1 to 3 power. I'm guessing different ghosts are going to get different throw powers. Like I'm guessing the Oni and the Poltergeist might be quite high here. So previously it was 0.1 to 2.5. Okay, so wow. So the base throw is 10 times stronger. That's crazy. But the maximum throw is going to be a bit less than before. But that'll be good, I think. That'll be good overall. Because they're definitely going to seem more impactful overall for the vast majority of ghosts now. So objects are now... Oh, they're also now thrown higher. Okay, resulting in much more consistent throws. Oh, so this new 1 to 3 system doesn't seem like it's relative to the old 0.1 to 2.5 one. They've also enhanced them on top. So during hunts, objects are thrown more often. Oh, okay. So 50% chance to throw an object in range every half a second. And the Poltergeist has a 100% chance to throw an object in range every half a second. Something else to look out for during hunts for a Poltergeist. That's really cool. Another way to ID the Poltergeist, also very thematic for them. I like that change. Let's have a read about the ghost types now. So Poltergeist, the only super throw has been moved to the Poltergeist. There you go. More thematical. So 2 to 6 power instead of 0 to 5. That's crazy. Yes, wonderful, because Polties were often difficult to identify from my experience. You might have found that yourself. Especially during Nightmare if you had a shy one, so something to look out for now. The Oni has received additional traits. The Oni will now drain double the sanity of a normal ghost during ghost events. Wow, and they do them so much as well. That's going to make them more obvious to ID, but they're going to be more scary. They actually might be quite formidable now. I like that because the Oni is part of the demonic family, I believe, so that's actually really fitting for them. They're going to be quite a menace now. Oni can now be seen for longer periods when flickering during hunts. Also, yeah, very, very good change. Will help ID them and makes them more thematic. I like it. The demon's rare ability to hunt above 70 will now happen more reliably. Great, because I very rarely get that. I mean, I don't think I've had that in months, I won't lie. So yeah, fantastic. So the Djinn sanity drain ability has received adjustments. The ability will now trigger if you're in the same room or within 3 meters of the ghost. That's quite big. If you're in the same room, okay, the Djinn can be a lot more scary now. You had to be very close to them last time, this 3 meter bit here. If you're just in the same room, imagine being in like the cafeteria of prison and being affected by it. That's quite a big change. Oh my goodness. The ability will now create EMF at the fuse box if any player is drained and not just the host. That's good. Should help ID them. So another way to ID the Djinn there. Check for EMF readings by the fuse box. If you're in a group, one of you could be on that duty. If you're playing like Nightmare or, well, or just custom difficulty now and restricting evidence. So onwards, reporting players is the next section. Through the in-game journal, players can now report others who they believe are breaking our terms of service. Fantastic. Player reports will be reviewed by our team and punished accordingly, depending on the offence. Marvellous. Bans are progressive and increase in duration for multiple offences. Some offences may start further in the chain than others. So 2 days, 7, 30 and permanent. There you go, the 4 progressions. You may also be banned from abusing the report system, e.g. spam reporting players. There's your warning. So to report a player, open the recent player tab in the journal. Yeah, click the report icon next to their name. If banned, you can still play single player. Okay, there you go. Honestly, really good. I'm glad they've managed to implement this. I can't imagine how much effort and work has gone into this though. And it might be a lot of effort for them to maintain as well. So good job for them for sorting this out though. I imagine that was quite a pain to implement. Probably quite the work to get that working well, but hope it works out well for them. So let's have a look at some new stuff now. There's a lot here. Okie dokie. So new. Due to paranormal entities appearing in our base of operations, Ghost Hunting Distribution has moved everyone into a new office. So yeah, the lobby has changed. A warehouse has been converted with a shop, new investigation board, access to the truck, and a staff room. If only we could find the key. Hint, hints, maybe. And player ID cards have been added. We've seen them in past dev previews. A detailed stats page has been added. Fantastic. We got more stats now. Long-term stat tracking page has been added to the journal. Yay, numbers. So these will be like your account stats over time. So for various players and ghost stats, cool. You will now connect to the last region you were in instead of connecting to your best ping region. Journal is now usable in the main menu. That's a really good quality of life change. Just to read up on stuff. That's very welcome. So Steam users can now view and add friends to recent players. Yay, that's really good. Say if you really meshed well with randoms in public lobbies. That's fantastic. So weekly challenges have been added as well. More will be added with progression. There's so much here, isn't there? Shortcut buttons have been added to jump between location selection, main menu, and shop screens. Additionally, you can use the keyboard arrows for navigation. Okay, that's good. Quality of life again. So we have a new shop as well, I believe. We'll come back to that though. So the whiteboard in the truck has been replaced with a progressively updating investigation board. We're getting upgraded. Nice. New collectible cabinets have been added to the lobby. Try to fill them both. Oh my god, the first time you use a cursed possession, it will be added to your collection. Collecting each type of bone will add it to your collection. Some need to be collected twice. More collectibles will be added later, closer to the full release. Okay, so a bit of a test here. That's cool though. I know we'll do them quite fast at the moment, but cool mechanic, and it's a bit of a test run, isn't it? Like, they can always add stuff in the future as well. So the shop has been moved to a separate computer in the lobby. Players can now create loadouts for their equipment, so that's amazing. Additional loadouts will be added with the progression update. You can now view daily and weekly challenges in the truck. Equipment items are now placeable back into the truck's equipment wall. That's a cool little change for a bit of realism. You can now take photos of new interactions to gain extra rewards. Dots. You can take photos of dots interactions. Oh my god, that's going to be quite tricky. Oh my god. So, wow, your reflexes are going to be on point. I like it though. Because, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, of course. You're capturing something quite bizarre, aren't you? And the used crucifix, 1 or 2 uses. These are going to be single photos, I think, as well. You won't be able to spam them. Remember with the new photo system a while back. So, 1 of a used crucifix, 1 of a dots ghost, I imagine. Yay, the salt pile when the ghost has stepped in it. That's cool. And ghost writing will now display as ghost writing instead of interaction. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, okay, fair play. So when the ghost attempts to hunt but is blocked by a crucifix, it now creates an EMF2 reading. Oh, so that's great. Put EMFs near your crucifixes. Get a little audio cue maybe. I mean, it's not definitive, of course, because they could be interacting with things nearby. Unless you put the crucifix in a big open area with nothing nearby, I suppose. Added a house candle to Grafton. Although going back to this one as well, you can pick up, I guess, like the EMF from the Wraith teleporting or the Phantom's ability, etc. Okay, so added a house candle to Grafton. The most important change yet. So Arabic now has text and voice recognition support. VR players will now see a loading screen to help with loading jitters. Save files will now create a backup and automatically restore if they corrupt. Okie dokie, that's new stuff. We're going on to changes. I wonder how much is left. Let's have a scan. Okay, we're getting there. Changes and fixes. Let's go. So, changes. Just checking that's alright. Is that okay? Yep. So controls for equipment have changed to become consistent. If an object is placeable, it was always use the secondary button, default F. If an object is usable, always use the primary button, default right mouse. Good, good, good. I like it. This means smudge sticks are now used with the right mouse. Don't forget it. Okay, how many deaths are coming because of that? Okay, it makes sense, that change, but how many times are we now going to die? Because we're pressing the wrong damn button. So what's going to happen is we're going to accidentally press G first to drop the smudge. We're going to pick it up in a panic, mash F, and nothing's going to happen. Then we're going to die while mashing right click, but it's too late. Called it. So collecting the bone will now grant more rewards when playing on larger maps. That's good. So large 30, medium 20, small 10. So the photo point system has been removed. Oh, they've reworked photos. So instead, players will receive a set amount of money and XP per photo they take. This allowed us to even out the rewards for photos. Getting a certain ghost type won't become a feels bad moment for what photos you take. Okay. So $5, 3 star, $2, 2 star, $1, 1 star. So dead body interaction, fingerprints, footsteps, cursed possession, salt pile stepped in, dots, writing are $5. $10, 3 star, $5, 2 star, $2, 1 star. For the used crucifix, dirty water and the bone Okay, and then $20 3-star, $10 2-star, $5 1-star for the ghost. Okie dokie, that makes sense. So photos are no longer affected by the difficulty multiplier, but with these changes you'll be getting more money than before. Good! Okie dokie then. That's quite cool then. So yeah, the ghost photo being the big one there. Bone, dirty water, and then the crucifix, and then the rest. I like it though. Yeah, very good, because fingerprints used to be worth so much, didn't they? It didn't really make sense, the old system. So I know this is something they wanted to do, so I'm glad they managed to do it. Makes a lot more sense now. Going for that ghost photo is going to be crucial. I'm going to have to remember this though. I'm going to have to keep referring back to the patch notes. So the photo priority system has been improved as well. That's good, because I know we had a lot of issues with getting the wrong thing in the photo still. So items are scored by distance and how close they are to the middle of the photo. Oh, that's good. I like that. Improving our photography skills as well. So the top scoring item will give rewards. Ghosts will always take priority over other items. The reliability of the system has been improved. So this means you'll always get interaction photos before fingerprints. Get those UV lights back out. I see, right, okay. So no more taking a photo of a door to see if there's fingerprints. I love that though. That's great, because you didn't need a UV torch in the past. You could just take a photo, so I love that. That's great. Really, really good change there. Actually makes you use the equipment. Fantastic. So the placement highlight mechanic has been reworked. You will only see the highlight when holding down your designated placement key. PC default is F, VR trigger, and release to place. Okay. Moving the mouse left, right, while F is held, will rotate the highlight object. Okay. You can now place and rotate the tripod. Various equipment's placeable areas have been adjusted. Okay, let's carry on. There's a lot here. So, the fuse box has received a new design when in house and farmhouse locations. Sanity drain for hide and seek is now 0%, so it's just a fun mini game then. I'm guessing people were abusing this in groups, public lobbies, to just get rid of the cursed object and get instant hunts, so I think that's a good change. The key in the truck has been moved to hang next door to the keypad, although will they still hunt? I'm guessing they'll still hunt. We'll see, we'll come back to this one. So the key in the truck has been moved to hang next to the door keypad instead of the desk. Okay, muscle memory, that's going to get me. Increased reward for all daily challenges. Increased reward for a dirty water photo, to be the same as fingerprints. Rewards for playing on medium and large have been increased. Good. An incentive to play bigger maps. So I know a lot of people kind of get cozy and comfortable on the small maps. Now we have a good reason to go to the bigger locations. You can now view 10 photos in the lobby room, increased from 6. That's good. To improve performance, objects no longer render when behind closed doors. That's fantastic. That might help massively for a lot of people. Adjusted the visuals for skyboxes for each weather, so they're more realistic. They were very saturated before, weren't they? We'll see how they are. Improve the heavy rain and snow effects and performance. That's good. The main menu option screen has been removed. Accessible in the journal. Added screen space reflections to the journal. Some locations have been renamed. Oh, interesting. Okay. So when dead, players can now see doors but walk through them. Okay. So the volume of the guitar being played and camping stove toggles been lowered. Ghosts will no longer see you through the trees by the cabin in Maple Lodge campsite. Ghosts can no longer set these rooms as its favourite in Maple, the entrance or the paths. Oh, or the picnic area. That's actually a really good change that I think will improve Maple a lot. No more just open paths and areas for ghost rooms. That's a really good change. Rebaked occlusion in Maple Lodge campsite, which may improve performance. The journal default button on a gamepad is now selected instead of D-pad up. Good. I played with a controller, just as a meme really, for a challenge the other day on Phasmophobia, and the controls I found a bit bizarre, but yeah, nice to see them changing things. I'm just not used to it, I suppose. Room names for the sound sensors will now be in the room they're placed in, instead of the room you were standing in when you placed it. Good. So candles will now extinguish when placing your inventory. Good. No more burned bottoms. Ghosts will now use the sprinting footstep sound when hunting on dirt floors. Okay. Reduced RAM usage for fonts, significant in languages with many characters. Adjusted several light bloom values, and adjusted campfire particles and bloom. Okay, I'm going to speed through bug fixes. We're nearly done. Fixes. Fixed long distance roams. Chances now high, 30% when wandering. Medium, 20% when wandering. Low, 10% when wandering. Fixed ghost changing rooms favourite chance. Okay. If a ghost long roams ends up in a new room, do a chance check. Low 33. Hello, Bella. My cat's come to read the patch notes as well. Medium 66. Do you want to say hello? Say hello. That's Bella. If you've never seen Bella before. Oh, it's her second birthday today as well. She's 2 years old, bless her. Sorry, just put my camera back down. Happy birthday, Bella. So, medium 66, high 100. Then do a check based on insanity. Oh god. It sounds worse, insanity, doesn't it? So, e.g., 30% sanity is 70%. Okie dokie. Check of the chance of them moving then. Right, okay, so lower the sanity, the higher chance they're going to change room. That's quite interesting. So if successful for both chances, change favourite room. Okay. If I've interpreted that correctly. Goyos now have a half the chance of other ghosts to long roam instead of double. Okay, that's good. Should help make them more reliable with their power. So the Milings will now decrease the audible range of its hunt audio. Instead of only footsteps, that's good. I have to get used to that though. If you have less than 16% sanity when lighting the last summoning circle candle, the ghost will now hunt instantly after being summoned. Okay. So, sanity, keep it high before using the circle, or you're in a lot of trouble. Has to be very high then. So when the summoning circle is lit, the ghost position will now sync faster for non-hosts. Going back to this one, you'll need 80% if you're lighting it by yourself then, because 5 candles, 16 each. Could be worth in a group lighting a candle each or something. So fingerprints on camping lamps will now be the correct size. You can no longer place objects on the truck ceiling. Oh, what a shame. Fixed a rare issue where the voice recognition would not work due to an empty voice models file. Picking up a tripod with a camcorder attached by someone else will no longer break the camcorder. You are no longer unkillable when hiding under stairs or similar objects in some locations. The hiding spot next to the cabin will no longer get you killed. Grafton's upstairs locker can now be blocked. Bleasdale's workshop locker can now be blocked. Having Alt as your push to talk button, will no longer keep your voice active after Alt tabbing. The toilet upstairs in Edgefield will now flush. The biggest change so far. Ghosts will no longer affect the living room collider when standing on the basement stairs in Tanglewood. You can no longer glitch behind the small tents to access safe spots. The mayor will no longer stop attempting to its light switch ability after you use the light switch several times. Okay, so, okay. Can a mayor's cheesable again using a light switch? I wonder if they've added something else to, stop you cheesing this, so we'll have to test this. So if you flick the light switch a lot now, the mayor might just instantly turn the light off if you turn it on, as it was in the past. Interesting. We'll have to see what the crack is with this one. Doors will no longer spin when closing for a hunt. Aw, goodbye spinny doors. That's it. They're the patch notes. Oh my god, there's so much here. So, oh my god, that's crazy. What an update. Probably the biggest update so far. Absolutely insane. So much content added here. Custom difficulties. So many good ghost changes. Sunny Meadows. New campsite variant. Really good changes here with the ghosts. I love them all. Player reporting. Fantastic. So many quality of life changes here. New photo system. New control mechanism for some of the like placeables and stuff. The whole photo rework. Collectibles. Very overwhelming. Oh my god, I can't wait to dive in. Like I said before, if you're watching this video, I'm probably playing this right now, getting a day's early access to this update, so it's publicly out on the 27th, but oh my god, what an update. I can't wait to dive into this. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed going through those patch notes. Let me know what your favourite things are down in the comments from what you've seen. Oh my god, very overwhelming, isn't it? Alrighty, see you on the stream if you're joining. Take care, and I will catch you soon.